Hello. Guess what? I lost my voice, but I'm working it out. I've warmed it up even a little bit before recording. I always do, and this one's going to be interesting. I'm going to sound like this the whole time and a little froggy and a little cracky, breaky, all the above. I'm Mary-Laurence Pemington. I'm the host for the Communiqué and calendar, which I author a couple times a week. It's a little letter, a hello, and a little calendar action inspired long ago now by a philosopher who claimed that our religions were dying and the religions carried the calendar. So I thought, it'd be kind of nice if we perpetuate the calendar. And sure enough, now that's what I'm up to. I've been writing correspondence style letters, mostly to friends, actually for years now. And about 3 years ago, I started creating this as a hello to the public communique. It's a correspondence too. Both are the same. Okay, here we go. The title, The Gentlewomen Reclaim Their Time. And the calendar portion is going to be June 7th to the 9th, 2026, with Soul Arts Energy. Long ago, one of my professors spoke of her dissertation on the nature of the feminine voice. Her hypothesis was that the feminine was silent, that the feminine expressed in the spaces in between sound, similar to the way yin energy introverts. As she spoke, I understood what she meant, though I didn't have words. I came into this world sensitive to media. The writings, films, images that wash ashore seem to matter, especially in that they often synchronize with news cycles, integrate into the zeitgeist, the spirit of the times, perhaps similar to the way myths arose within bygone cultures. Media sends communications, messages in a bottle. Some recent-ish media seems to ride the silence, particularly all that is not said, but also the volume of the feminine voice. Let's abide in these three examples: the bride, the testaments, and the women. Incidentally, the bride has an exclamation point, so I think I'm supposed to say the bride. Okay, let's go with that one first. The Bride is a 2026 movie in which a female body animates from the laboratory table to life. Mary Shelley created her for Dr. Frankenstein's monster in her 1818 novel Frankenstein, also known as the modern Prometheus, published when Mary was a skinny 19. In her novel, Mary never breathed life into her bride. Yet in the movie, The Bride, the mad scientist and a disembodied Mary animate the bride into a force of life. The Testaments is a 2026 TV series about the handmaid, Joan Osborne's daughter, Agnes, née Hannah, and her plump of plum girls living in an authoritarian Gilead. The story spurs from Margaret Atwood's 1985 The Handmaid's Tale book and TV series 2017 to 2025. As Agnes first menses comes, her impossible past and present time realities unfold inside Gilead's enclosures. In response, she walks tall, sotto voce, and pinky to pinky with her plum allies. The Women is Kristen Hanna's 2024 tome. The account follows Frankie McGrath, from just before she volunteers for the Army Nurse Corps to her serving 2 tours of duty in the Vietnam War to her deployment return. When she gets home, the word on the street says that women weren't in Nam. While her service matches that of her male colleagues, and her nerves sort through post-traumatic stress too, Frankie must make her way in an impaired America, one quick to hush her voice. Like the tide returning to the sands, I reprise and add to my recent declaration, this time as a tiny poem. We ride a wave, build towards a surge, feminine power on the rise. And if you can't see it, there's a pretty fun picture, a silhouette with a mountain landscape and probably, I'm guessing a sunset. I don't really know. Could be a sunrise. And it's a woman's body, likely, or intersex, very feminine style body jumping. And it's one of those where they set it up where it looks like the sun is rising underneath her. And it's in the energy world, we'd say that it's actually rising underneath the spiritual anatomy of our female energy center, which I'll talk about on another day just for fun. And the photo was by Jordan Donaldson, licensed by Unsplash. Goodness, goddess in the hopper. June 9th, Venus conjunct Jupiter at 3:59 p.m. That's a zero aspect. Allow this miracle. And Cancer offers a womb-like environment for their date as Pisces mutable water, within which Venus exalts, influences them from a distance. So I have a footnote on that because it is happening in the first decan of the sign. They are basically, I'm sorry, the third decan of the sign that will be influenced by two water signs from the water sign it's in. So it's in the water sign of Cancer, but then you jump to Scorpio, but then you jump to Pisces, and Pisces essentially influences this conjunction a little bit. You know, it's a layer in there. That's how I think of it. It's part of the mosaic. And Venus is exalted in Pisces, meaning it's a really cool thing. And I did include a link to my recent post. I think it came out on the 5th, maybe of June, that has to do with this transit and the myths and all that fun stuff. Okay, quickie calendar, June 7th to the 9th, in brief. And as always, Eastern Daylight Time, which is Greenwich Mean Time minus 5 hours. June 8th, Luna shifts from her third quarter phase to her fourth at 6 a.m. June 8th, moving into the 9th, we have a long-ish lunar transit. Leaves Pisces at 8:38 p.m., enters Aries at 4:33 a.m. on June 9th. And as just mentioned, we have this really cool, beautiful gift from the stars above, from our beautiful planets and our lovely star, our sun, Solaris, Solea. Venus conjuncts Jupiter. That happens at 3:59 p.m. And the birthdays, one's actually yesterday, but I still want to include it. Liz S., June 6th, Ian B., my little nephew, who's not so little anymore. He has a little one of his own, June 7th. And Jude, oh, a very old friend, June 7th. Not an old person, but I've known her for a long, long time. All for now, friends, till tomorrow, and in carrying the light. And as always, special thanks to Alex, A-Dub, Big Ricky, Deanna, Ginger, Jude, Kelly, KM, Lara, Laura M, Lizardsky, Marnie, PJ, Peggy, Fally Siegel, Soster, Terry, Tina Z, and Cheryl's. Inspirations are based on astrological calendar data from Llewellyn's 2026 Astrological Daily Ephemeris and Aspectarian, which is a cute little paper book. I do not like AI. I do use it because I search the internet with it, but I don't like its generative properties primarily because I'm an environmentalist. I'm also an artist and I learn from looking things up, thesaurus style, dictionary style, looking up spelling. I don't dig on the way that AI is making a few people rich and destroying Earth's valuable resources. We were all born knowing that water is God. It's not news on the street, it is innately known. And they use a ton of it to cool their systems, just as one example. And yes, I'm integrated into it because I'm recording right now and publishing online. So it's a fib when I say I don't use it, but I mitigate my use. I'll put it that way. I try to really consciously use it. Okay, that's enough. I'll get off my soapbox. Sending lots of love your way. Da da ba ba bo, yeah. La da da sa sa. Boo.